His brows were dark and joined imperceptibly above his small, straight nose. The high cheekbones of his heart-shaped face cut through the creamy softness of his complexion like skate tracks in ice, leading down to a full-lipped, slightly petulant mouth. Pietro's cock stood upright in an almost inconceivably straight angle, hard and rigid as a sword. Its head was as wide as Lewis's slender wrist. Veins pulsed all along its 12-inch length. His arms and legs were still stretched fully out on the rug as he gazed up at the fantastic penis above him. What would the giant do next? As the water soaked his long hair, he pressed his lips against Christopher's nipples and sucked at each in turn, chewing the pink discs until they stood proud from the goose flesh of his chest. His breathing came in great, rasping gulps as Alexander pleasured him, chewing and licking at the glands of his penis, ramming his finger in and out of the hollow entrance to his anus. Once, when the Reverend Peters had been standing with his back towards him, Cornelius had even let the head of his penis peek out over the waistband of his breeches, and he had experienced a thrill of pleasure at this outrageous exposure. It made him want to laugh, to shout out, to throw off all of his clothes and parade about the aisles of the church with this great hot cock standing as stiff as the spire. His great protuberant... I can't read that word. The prince shrugged and stroked his poodle as if he hadn't a care in the world. He was such a pretty thing that Lewis hesitated a fraction before cleaving half of his face off. The huge penis hovered over his groin, veins bullocks, heavy and hairy as exotic fruit, flopping onto the cleric's thigh. "I'm inside you with my cock." And that, ladies and gentlemen, was a dramatic reading of what Mark Gatiss, whatever, used to write.